Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. Was the Bihar election conducted fair and square by the Election Commission of India? Now, this is the question that I intend to ask tonight. Let's get right into the show and find out.
चुनाव आयोग उन्हीं राजनीतिक दलों में भेदभाव कैसे कर सकता है? चुनाव आयोग के लिए न तो कोई विपक्ष है, न तो कोई पक्ष है, सब समकक्ष हैं.
So, the question that I intend to ask tonight is, was our election commission fair? Fair in conducting the Bihar election. ठीक है. Now, the major contention that one talks about during Bihar election was the scheme that was launched almost very close to the election. And that was the Mukhyamantri Mahila Rojgar Yojana. In Bihar assembly elections, the Mukhyamantri Mahila Rojgar Yojana aimed at covering 75 lakh women. It was a state-funded assistance scheme which was launched by the Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi on September 26th. And 10 days later, on October 6th, the poll body announced the decision to conduct the elections in two phases, November 6th and November 11th. Please hear this very carefully. The Prime Minister of India went to Bihar, announced the Mukhyamantri Mahila Rojgar Yojana, wherein he said that he is going to pay close to 10,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees to close to 2 crore women in Bihar. And the Chief Minister says that he has already paid 1.41 crore women 10,000 rupees according to Mr. Nitish Kumar. This announcement happened on the 26th of September 2025. Date yaad rakhna, 26th of September 2025. 10 days from then, the election dates were announced. And the election dates were announced on the 6th of October 2025. Like I said, exactly 10 days. And when was the election? The election was two phases, November 6th, November 11th. Monies that went to these women, thanks to the announcement of Mukhyamantri Mahila Rojgar Yojana by the Pradhan Mantri, was right on the advent of the election. Monies were doled out to women. And the Election Commission was pretty silent about it. The Election Commission never questioned as to, isn't this bribing the voters? Giving 10,000 rupees to women? 10,000 rupees? What were the major criterion in which you were giving the 10,000 rupees? Was there an interview conducted for these women before giving 10,000 rupees? But 10,000 rupees were given on whatever. The reason was 10,000 rupees were given to these women. Now, something similar happened in Maharashtra also. Mind you, something similar happened in Maharashtra, and then later on, after the election was over, after all the votes and all came in, then the Maharashtra government found out that a lot of women who were collecting the money were not women, they were men. It is only after the election and after the party won, they found out that a lot of people who were getting money were fake applications. This happened in Maharashtra, but that didn't deter Bihar. Bihar continued. At the taxpayer expense, Bihar continued and Bihar offered 10,000 rupees. Maharashtra, they were offering 1,500. Bihar offered 10,000 rupees. Now, a lot of people question as to why didn't the Election Commission call it foul? This is bribing voters, like I said before. How can you allow voters to be bribed like this? Why didn't you say anything about it? Quoting an article in the Quint, they say that with an apparent disregard for these guidelines, the NDA government in Bihar disbursed installments on 31st October, 6 days prior to phase 1 election, 7th November, 4 days before phase 2 election, as well as 14th November as far as media reports. The Bihar elections were held on 6th and 11th. So monies were paid plong in the middle of the election. Monies were paid on the eve of the election. Now I want you to decide whether was this genuine welfare, and I would ask this question to both, to the right-wing audience who watch me, the not-so-right-wing audience who watch me, the left-wing audience who watch me, and all of that. I want all of you all to react, regardless of the political paradigm that you come from. Was this fair? Now, don't bother to write down saying that, Karnataka also did it, Tamil Nadu also did it, Himachal. Don't bother to make that comment, because I've heard that comment. I've seen your comment. Of course, any freebie is wrong. I've been saying that from day one. But two wrongs don't make a right, do they? Just because Karnataka did it, so Bihar should do it. Just because Congress did it, so the National Party, the Nationalist Party, the India First Party should do it. Is that fair? That's a question you can ruminate, you can decide, and you can let me know. Write down your comments in the comment box below. So here it is. Here it is. 10,000 rupees, apparently aiming at 2 crore women. According to the Chief Minister, they have already paid it to 1.41 crore women. And this money was doled out just before the elections. Do you think this impacted the election? Do you think this bought NDA extra votes? Do you think, therefore, this cash bought NDA extra seats? Whose cash was it? Would you consider that bribe? Would that be bribing voters? Like Rajdeep Sardesai famously said it, forget vote chori, this is vote kharidi. Is it?
This is, according to me, the vote kharidi election, the buying of vote election in Bihar. Forget about vote chori or vote theft. Why do you need to steal votes when you can buy them? This is exactly what is happening at one level in Bihar.
Think about it. Chalo. Now, let me give you some case studies. In Tamil Nadu, on 2 occasions in the past 20 years, the poll authorities have come down heavily on the implementation of 2 welfare schemes. One for the farmers, another for beneficiaries of the free color television sets distribution initiative. So, the Election Commission has stopped Tamil Nadu before. In the last 20 years, twice they stopped and said, nothing doing, you can't do this. If my memory serves right, somewhere in 2003, Jayalalitha was stopped from paying 500 and 650 rupees per annum to farmers, a subsidy for power bill. She was stopped. The Election Commission said, nothing doing, you can't do that before the election. This also happened. Now, let me take you some more incidents. The Election Commission in 2023 asked Congress government in Karnataka to stop publishing advertisements about its welfare schemes and achievements in several newspapers in poll-bound Telangana. A letter to the Karnataka Chief Secretary said that the state government did not get approval from the poll panel for the advertisement that were published on November 24th and November 27th. The Election Commission said that this contravened its directives to state government from October 9th. So, advertisements were stopped as far as Karnataka Congress is concerned. In Andhra Pradesh, incidentally, 3 days after the election, this is again November 2023, 3 days after the election, Election Commission had accorded permission to the state government to continue disbursement of the Rayatu Bandhu money to the farmers. It had abruptly withdrawn the order citing violation of Model Code of Conduct. So, the Rayatu Bandhu distribution of money to the farmers was stopped. And it was allowed after 3 days after the election. Why? Because the Election Commission said, no, Moral Code of Conduct. So, Moral Code of Conduct then applies to BRS in Telangana, applies to Tamil Nadu, applies to AIDMK, applies to Congress. But somewhere down the line, we didn't see that diligence, that effort, that Model Code of Conduct in Bihar. How was Bihar's Mukhyamantri Mahila Rojgar Yojana different to any of these schemes I just mentioned to you? You tell me. Write down. Please write down in the comment box below. Because I really like to know. You see, the point is, another case study. This is May 10, 2024. Election Commission of India on Thursday stopped YS Jagan Mohan Reddy led government in Andhra Pradesh from disbursing rupees 14,000 crores in direct benefits transfer, that is DBT, to the beneficiaries of various welfare schemes till 13th of May, when the southern state will go for simultaneous Lok Sabha and Assembly polls. The commission came to know that the state government is contemplating to disburse assistance to the beneficiaries by transferring funds to bank on May 11th, 12th, which is very close to the date of polling, that is May 13th. It may overlap with the silence period and under section 126 of the Representation of People Act of 1951. So, Model Code of Conduct applies to Tamil Nadu. It applies to Andhra Pradesh. It applies to Telangana. It applies everywhere. But not to Bihar. How are any of these schemes different from the NDA? NDA's Mukhyamantri Mahila Rojgar Yojana scheme. How are any of these schemes different? If it is wrong there, shouldn't it be wrong here? If it was stopped there, shouldn't it be stopped here? This is the question that I leave you to answer. Think about it. Let me know your views. Write down your comments in the comment box below. End of the day, we are all Indians. Our interest is India first. Please ensure to encourage opposition parties, regardless of whether you like them or not. But please encourage opposition parties, media houses that are probing into the efficiency and the transparency of our electioneering system. If somebody is questioning the efficiency of our electioneering system or the transparency in our elections, then that's for our benefit. Encourage that. Hear the person. Engage with that person. If he is wrong, tell him he is wrong. But engage with the person. It is not necessary you should believe him or her, but engage with him because that's for your benefit. Because let me tell you, the basis of our country, the foundation of our country is our democracy. The day our election gets corrupt, our democracy gets corrupt. And the day our democracy gets corrupt, the sheer identity of India would be lost. And the day the identity of our country gets lost, we lose what we know as India. The choice is yours. Till I see you next time. Namaskar. That said, you see, a channel like ours, we tend to speak what we believe is right for the nation. And when we tend to do that, there are very few advertisers that would come and like to watch us. Also, the fact that, when we pick up topics, we don't look at how YouTube promotes you. We don't look at all that. We look at topic which we think is necessary for the country to know. Now, the problem with all of that is we don't get much of advertising revenue. We require your support. Kindly support our channel. Kindly support our channel so that we are free to talk what we want to. We are free to pick up topics which actually are relevant to you. However boring it is, but actually are relevant to you. And we don't need to depend or structure our programming according to what advertisers want or how we can capture eyeballs and all of that. Because we are not here to entertain. We are here to inform. Let us do our job, for which we really need your help. So please do support our channel. Please join our channel and pick up one of the schemes and please support us.